thrice, he says.
Clip it. Bend her over the couch. I'm no slouch.
Came thrice. I can't.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
Gang. Okay. It was too much. I had a great hook. I was about to say, are you a fat piece of shit?
Have you not had sex with your wife in over a year?
Okay, that's a good one.
That actually, no, I change people's sex lives. I've been told I have with the programming that I give them.
This is a clip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking about me in bed too, and the grocery store.
Whore. Gotta make that a rap at least.
Yeah.
Okay. So Alex changes people's sex lives. Tell them about it.
All right. Hear me out. I'm not saying I'm going to go personally insert myself into your sex life, but previous clients have actually come to me, during our journey together and however many months we're going to work together. And the number one thing is confidence. Now, if you look at certain celebrities, executives, people who walk into a room and they have that confidence, typically it's associated with sex appeal. The celebrities that we're obsessed with look hot, okay? And they look hot because they're in shape. And they carry themselves with this demeanor that says, I own myself. I own what I do. I own my whole process. I don't take bullshit and let it affect me as a human. And when you start training yourself, you train your mind, you train your body, you look better, you feel better. It's the look good, feel good movement, right?
Definitely.
So your partner notices that. And your partner's like, oh, like I see kind of like what you're doing. You're starting to like feel the young you again and feel like the person that they fell in love with. Not to say that like if you're a little bit overweight or going through it, your partner's not going to want you, right? But you're going to have more sex. And people who have more and better sex typically are more successful. It's in Napoleon Hill's freaking Think, Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil. Better sexed humans are more successful.
You got to capitalize on that sexual energy, dog.
Yeah, you got that sexual healing.
So look, if you want to have more sex, you hire Alex as your coach, period.
Yeah. Sex wizard.
Disclaimer, you're definitely not going to have less sex if you get in better shape.
No, you won't. Like, I can personally attest. My personal experience goes way up when I feel better about myself. And I'm not like out there like whoring myself around. It's like I have a partner right now. He's a great guy. But I'm saying my experience and how I feel in those environments is so much higher and far more enriched when I walk into the experience feeling like I'm confident, I look good.
Oh, yeah.
And like things are going well in life. Vulnerability, it could be a sensitive topic, but it's real. Like sex is a real part of the human experience and it should not be overlooked or understated.
Next up.
Get laid, get paid.
Get laid, get paid, Gatorade.
Gang, gang.
Repeat. It's kind of a cool chandelier. Never noticed that before. It's ice. It's maybe lends to the polar aesthetic, I suppose.
Yeah, I think Sia would approve.
Sia. We love Sia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after all, I'm a Porsche with no brakes, so I relate. It's next on the topic.
What
next
about
on the track?
One of the biggest things that people talk to me about is like how when they go on vacations or they're moving or like they have these big life changes, they typically get derailed.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on your fitness journey. You're trying to get in shape. But you got a big life change. Maybe you move, maybe you're on vacation. How do you prevent yourself from getting derailed?
I think the number one thing is having a plan and allowing yourself to have a little bit of grace, right? I honestly get my best workouts in when I'm on vacation because I don't really have all that much going on besides maybe a couple things that I want to do with family or sightsee or whatever. But that could be a time for you to actually maximize on your progress. Most people say, I'm going on vacation, or I'm going on a honeymoon, I'm going on this, and therefore I don't want to do anything. And just, I gained 10 pounds. It's really hard to gain 10 pounds on a vacation, but right, like you feel like you've gained 10 pounds. I think it's still important to figure out how you can get movement in. You don't want to just completely let yourself go because you went to Italy, right? Or you don't want to completely let yourself go because you've spent the last week moving. I think having a plan and having at least like, hey, I'm going to eat as well as I can as I'm traveling from like Alabama to Alaska. I have a client who literally just did that. I was like, okay, what's your plan? I don't know. Okay, well, we have to make one. Major life changes are not going to stop. And my parents tell me that all the time when I'm calling them saying, Mom, Dad, I'm stressed. They're like, yeah, all right, what are you going to do about it? Okay, I guess I have to make a plan, right? So like I'm moving soon. I know that's going to change my training schedule quite a bit, but you have the outdoors, you have your living room, you have the gym, you have unlimited resources. You just have to be a little bit gritty with it, a little bit creative with it.
Gritty.
Yeah, you got to find what works. Like you can do crap with your partner or your toddler. Like just your toddler's going to love it. Just do shoulder presses with the toddler. Like my friends' kids love when I do that.
That is a straight up dad hack. I'm a father. I've got 3 kids, number 4 on the way, right?
Hell yeah.
I call them baby workouts. I do baby squats. Hold the baby in front of me like a front squat.
Yeah.
Do my squats. I'll do baby curls, and they love it. You know, I lay them sideways in my arms. I'll curl them up, and I'll go, give them a little raspberry on the tummy or something like that. Dad hacks. Yeah. Love it.
Or I always tell people, if the gym is just not working out for you, go to Home Depot, get some shit that weighs a little bit of weight, fill up some buckets, like just be creative with it. There's so many DIY pieces of equipment that you can make for really cheap and it can still get the job done. If you have a side street, you have a gym. The world can be your gym.
Ultimately, like you got to remember, if you want to get strong, you want to be fit, there is an age-old hack. You pick up something heavy and you move it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
You'll get stronger.
You can make anything into a sled.
Yeah, you can make anything into a sled. You can carry anything.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter what you're carrying. Just pick it up and carry it.
Go get a backpack. A good backpack, not a crappy backpack. Go Dora the Explorer. Put a map in. Start walking. Figure out where you're going to go and swipe or no swiping that shit.
So there's a guy that I went to high school with, really good friends. He's kind of dropped off the face of the earth a last little while. You don't see him on social media anymore, but his name's Ben Gruber. Shout out to Ben Gruber. If you catch this man, he is one of the strongest people that I've ever met. And it wasn't like he was just born yoked or anything like that, but like he made himself strong. And his whole secret was like, I'm just going to pick up something heavy and I'm going to move it. Yeah. And so like his workouts were predominantly based around carrying. Yeah. He would just do farmer's carries or hex bar carries. Yeah. Or pick up a barbell and walk with the barbell. Like just pick it up and carry it. But the thing is, when you do something like that, right? One, you're like it's the ultimate compound movement. You're engaging every aspect of your body and your core to hold that and sustain that weight. Time under tension. It's everything. It's everything. Do you think Mulan was going to a CrossFit gym? No, she had some shit on a bamboo stick walking and they're like, be buckets a man. Of water. Yeah, dog. Buckets of water. If Mulan can do it, you can do it. She wasn't even a man. She wasn't even a man. If you have testosterone, you have no excuse. You're born with that inherent ability. Dog. I would kill for that. You know how much I would kill? Just be born knowing that I could get a 6-pack? Doug, just get some test. Just start shooting yourself up. I don't think I need that. I think we have enough of that going on in this department. what's 1,200 milligrams of test? You know, what's that? Just inject. I'm going to break that shaving profile in a day. Dog.
No, I think
Hey, here's a good question for you.
yeah.
Okay. I'll share mine. You can share yours if you want. I mean, whatever. But a lot of people that get into fitness, they want to get into fitness, right? The popular culture around it tells you that you need to have supplements and you need to have, like, you want your protein, you want your creatine, you want your vitamins, you want your freaking different peptides now. They want you to get on SERMs. Like, man, there's all this crap out there. Some of it's legit. But what's your take on that? Like, do you recommend a stack for somebody that's starting out? Like, what's the thought?
I think so many people get their nutrition sources from a jar or a container, a capsule, a powder.
Yeah.
Those are not meant to replace what you're supposed to eat. They are called supplements for a reason. Oftentimes people use supplements as a crutch and be like, oh, well, I just snort creatine every day, or I put 40 grams of protein and just have protein shakes and protein bars and this, that. Okay. You are missing so much of the naturally occurring vitamins, minerals, and macronutrients that come from meats, vegetables, fruits, freaking potatoes, rice, etc. I try to get as much of my nutrition from real food. There are times where I'm on the go and I gotta, bring a protein drink with me, like a Core Power or Nuri. There are times where I know my creatine levels are low. I take creatine as a supplement because studies have shown innumerable benefits from using creatine.
Dog, always recommend creatine.
Yeah, creatine all day. If you're just somebody who's low iron or deficient in something and you're not a huge steak fan or take an iron supplement. You should always try to prioritize getting macronutrients and vitamins and minerals from food. And that can include, like if you want more creatine, you could eat more meat. Creatine is found in meat. You want more like amino acids, eat meat. You want some omega-3s, omega-6s, eat the fish. And if you don't like fish, then okay, maybe take the supplement, right? They're there as a supplement, not a primary tool.
Replacement,
or replacement.
Very good. So on mine, honestly, okay, so I don't know if you've seen all of our story, our journey. I lost 60 pounds in the last 2.5, 3 years. Okay. And nothing I did was crazy. I didn't do any insane, weight loss program. I didn't do any like it's not liposuction or anything like that. So what I did essentially, one, I improved all the little things in my life. I got a Whoop band. I started tracking my sleep. I made sure I was drinking a gallon a day of water. I was moving every day, being active, right? So I was working out regularly, but I was also on the days I wasn't working out doing active recovery. So I was still moving. And then the supplements and stuff that I used to enhance that stuff, I got on NAD+. So energy, essentially, boost your energy. I got on vitamin B12. So I do a B12 NAD+. And then I take creatine every day, at least 3.5 milligrams, but I usually take 5 milligrams of creatine a day. I do a protein supplement just as an added bonus after a workout.
Yeah.
Part of it is like, I actually enjoy that stuff. So it's like a little bit of a reward.
Yeah, I like protein powder.
Like, especially where I intentionally don't eat a lot of sweets.
It's got the little sweet
the protein
kick,
powder, like a little chocolate protein powder has a little bit of a sweetness to it. And so I'm like, it feels like the dessert.
Yeah.
Like I've earned that when I do a workout. So I do whey protein, I do creatine, and then I try to make sure I supplement like vitamin D. Like it's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, like during the winters, right? We're not going to be getting that intense sunlight that we get, during the summer. Taking vitamin D supplement, magnesium, etc. That's going to be really beneficial for us because we're not going to be getting those natural rhythms of the sun. So that, I think, would be a really good reason to take a vitamin or a supplement. But you can also get vitamin D, from a couple other
Yeah, you can get it from your food and stuff too.
Yeah, you can get it from your food. So try to eat everything that you can. Get sunlight, drink water, sleep, sauna, cold plunge if you like that. You know, there's so many natural things that you can do that don't require you spending $150 a month on tubs and containers.
True that. Let's talk about creatine for a second. I'm a huge, I'll recommend creatine to everybody. One, it's the most scientifically studied and backed, supplement ever, right? Even like people think about whey protein, they think that's common. No, man, creatine's been studied infinitely more than whey protein at this point. One of the things that is newer in the creatine study world, the creatine science, I don't know if that's even the term, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, sure.
Is the mental health benefits, right? So your brain draws energy from creatine. Now, like you mentioned, you get creatine from meat sources, right? I still supplement with creatine daily. And I noticed, and this is, again, scientifically studied and backed now, creatine will help decrease anxiety, decrease depression. It's being researched right now as a treatment or a supplement that'll help people with PTSD, that'll help people with traumas. So I look at that and I'm like, creatine's the move. One, not just for your muscular strength and endurance and you know, the physical benefit of it, but also creatine helps your mental performance as well.
Yep. I was just sent an article recently saying that when you are even sleep deprived, say you only got like 5 hours of sleep that night, as opposed to our required 8, creatine can actually help offset those detriments of lost sleep. Now, creatine is a monohydrate, and so that is just a simple base element of like your carbohydrate, right? And so your brain wants those elements, right? Your brain's primary source of energy is a carbohydrate, but when you're driving that creatine to the brain, it's just enhancing all of the functions that naturally occur. It's just kind of giving it like an extra rev.
It's an extra stim.
Yeah, it's an extra stim, right? I need to study it more. I know what the preliminary benefits of it are, and I use it almost daily. That's something I need to do more research on and figure out how to best use it for women as opposed to men. Like maybe there's a different dosage or a different application, right? But yeah, everyone used to think that creatine was like, oh, I'm going to get super bloated and you're going to have to drink another gallon of water. Like from what I've read, that's not really the case anymore. I take creatine. I don't feel bloated. If anything, I feel better for taking creatine.
Well, I think the big issue with it when it comes to like the bloating or something like that was if you've never taken it.
Yeah.
And now you just take something new. Yeah, there's a change, right?
Yeah,
so, and if you're not already, you know, drinking enough water, right? Things like that. Yeah, you're going to retain and it could maybe bloat you. But your body gets used to that stuff. It's no different than taking a prebiotic fiber, right? Like you take a prebiotic fiber, yeah, you're going to bloat for the first 3 days while your body adjusts to it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's bad for you.
Well, I mean, there's people who read that, oh, I need to be increasing my protein intake by like 40 grams. You introduce an extra 40, 50 grams of protein to your day. Yeah, you're going to go straight to the bathroom. I'm sorry. Like, you're like, oh, I can't be eating this much protein. No, your body just isn't used to that much of anything. Yeah. Sometimes if you get more sleep, you feel more tired because your body's not used to you getting rest. Definitely. It's just a change. It's a stimulus. It's something different that your body needs to adjust to. So I would say if you haven't done creatine, give it a go and let us know what you think.
It will improve your physique, muscular strength and endurance, and mental cognitive function. Yeah.
What more could you want?
It's literally all I want. Okay, one of the other things I do is exogenous ketones. I don't know if you guys are hip to this, the exogenous ketone thing. So I take Ketone IQ, and actually I think this has helped me a lot with the weight loss.
Okay.
So I'm not an expert. I'm talking to you anecdotally through my experience, but I got into the exogenous ketones because I had seen that first the military, the Department of Defense, was researching them as an alternative fuel source for like special forces operators, especially in high stress environments where they couldn't they didn't want to carry heavy loads and tons of food and things like that, right? Okay. So I'm like, okay, ketones is a fuel source. That's what you get into when your body gets into ketosis, if you're familiar with that. And I'm learning that that's essentially your brain's preferred fuel source. So it helps with cognitive function as well. But there's also some appetite suppressant benefits of it. And so I said, you know what, I'll give these a try. I started taking Ketone IQ probably a year ago. I would take like a shot in the morning, and that allegedly tricks your body into ketosis, essentially. Like, it just kickstarts you using that as the fuel source.
Without actually having to eat keto diet?
Correct. Without having to eat keto diet for a prolonged period of time.
Okay.
Right? So I take the exogenous ketones, do one in the morning, maybe one mid-morning, and I noticed that in doing that, I wasn't necessarily getting hungry earlier. So then that helped me fast through lunchtime.
Okay.
And then I break my fast with, a high protein meal. But then you're getting the benefits of intermittent fasting as well. And you're getting the benefits of ketones. So it's just kind of a curious thing. But I've paired that into my diet as well. That's what I did this morning.
Yeah.
Before we come into the studio to film, I get up, I have a Ketone IQ shot. That was it. And then I have my, 0-cal energy drink. I have my sparkling water or whatever, but it's going to get me through lunch.
You and I had very different breakfasts. I smashed some Starbucks breakfast sandwiches and pumpkin cream cold brew.
Love it. So you went big on the carbs.
Yeah.
So I don't get me wrong, I'm not an anti-carb guy at all. I eat carbs every meal, but I'm going to have them I typically only eat 2 meals a day at this point. I just do lunch, and I do a dinner, and I typically try to eat my dinner early enough that I can. That's
important.
Yeah. I never want to eat within 2 hours of bedtime. That's for sure.
That's bad.
And because I don't want to mess up my sleep, but I'll eat my dinners early enough that it helps make the intermittent fasting process easier.
Yeah.
So if I have dinner, last night I had dinner at 5 p.m.
It's great.
Right. I think that's when you tried to call me, and I was just sitting down to dinner. So we're eating dinner at 5 p.m. means I'm for sure done by 5:30. By 5:30 a.m., I've already been in the fast for 12 hours. So by the time I wake up, 8, I'm going on 15 hours. I take my Ketone IQ, which is that technically breaking the fast because you get some calories from the ketones? I'm yeah, but it puts you into ketosis. So not really, because ketosis is the benefit that you get from doing the fasting to begin with.
Yeah. So it kind of cancels itself out.
That's how I view it.
Yeah.
But I take that and I'm okay, now I can make it, 16, 17, 18 hours before I'm hungry and wanting to eat again.
Wow.
That's helpful for people that are trying to lose weight. And not to mention the benefits as far as your insulin sensitivity and helping you be more appropriately sensitive to the carbs and the things that you eat.
Yeah. I think as long as it works for you and it's sustainable and your metabolism is still functioning, you're still able to go out into the world and perform. You don't crash and feel groggy. Dude, go for it.
Although, just full disclosure, you're the coach. I definitely, so in doing this stuff, I've lost a lot of weight. Holy smokes, I am the weakest I have been.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Since I was in high school. I'm stronger than when I was in high school, but a year and a half ago, I was benching 225 for 2 sets of 12, and was doing those with a good time under tension. And now I'm if I hit 225, I hit it for 2 reps, and I'm gassed. I just have lost the muscular strength and endurance side of things. And
yeah,
I guess that's to be expected with the all that weight loss. Obviously, there's muscle loss involved there too.
Absolutely.
But fasting, I haven't ate the protein necessary to sustain the muscle growth.
Exactly.
So there is a pro and a con there. I guess, identify what your goal is. My goal originally was losing weight. Now my goal is rebuilding strength.
Yeah. So I would say do that over take Ozempic. Do not take Ozempic for weight loss. The only thing that you need to be concerned about is what is your short-term goal. And if your short-term goal is to be like, I need to lose 50 pounds in 4 months, or, well, no, okay, that's a little crazy, but 50 pounds in X amount of time, that's something that you would want to do. And then once you're done and get to your goal weight, okay, now I need to rebuild. So you break down and rebuild. I don't usually recommend that to people because, like, if I want to train somebody, if I'm trying to get them stronger, depleting yourself of the vital macronutrients such as protein and carbs is going to be extremely difficult. I did keto for a month on deployment in Kuwait as I was on the night shift because I figured, how could I make this experience 10 times worse for myself? And I was like, you know what? We're here. We're in a controlled environment.
Try it.
Let's try it, right? Because I'm always down to try most things once. Most things. And I was like, let's do it. And I think I lost like 10 pounds in a month. Cardio was great. But then I went to go try to deadlift. I felt so weak. I was like, okay, this is not cool with me. And then I get back to the States and go back to my normal life. And lo and behold, we go back to being about 5 to 10 pounds heavier. But if sheer weight loss is your goal, that sounds like something that's pretty effective. You seem like you have really good energy levels. You're able to do your job. Your metabolism works. You sleep. That's great. Now I'd say, all right, now I'm going to get really serious about putting muscle and strength back on.
Yes, and that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, we flip the cycle right now. It's like, okay, maybe wean off of that. Let's get the protein. Let's get the macronutrients in, and you'll put the muscle on, no problem, because you've gotten yourself down to a healthy weight.
So, and that's like, I'll share my vulnerabilities and struggles too. I know it's possible to lose weight and build and maintain muscle still. The big key there is making sure that you're having the right macronutrient balance, right? Like you're getting enough protein to actually sustain that while cutting your overall calories.
Yep.
That stuff was just always, it was so hard for me to do it in a way that was successful because like the more I worked out, whether it was running, whether it was lifting heavy, like the more I want to eat.
Yeah, you're hungry as shit.
So I cut down a lot of that intensity so that I could cut my calories and fast. But then in doing that, like I'm obviously not building the muscle or maintaining the muscle the same way. But that was the way that was easiest for me to achieve the first goal first and move on to the second goal second.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like by nature, you're not going to be able to drop 40 pounds and then put on a ton of muscle. Like, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I would rather somebody focus more on like, okay, this is the one thing I need to focus on right now. Because then you get overwhelmed and then you get gym ADHD and feel like you got to do 10 things at once when it's just going to negate the process entirely. So right now, I have 3 clients who say they've been down 10 pounds in the first 6 weeks. That's when like all 3 of them reported down 10 pounds in 6 weeks, and I'm getting stronger. So there's certainly a way to do it. Granted, these women aren't putting up massive numbers in the gym.
Sure.
Like their overall goal isn't to be, I'm going to power lift the world.
Yeah.
They're still getting stronger because they are developing lean mass and they are putting on lean mass. So therefore more muscle typically equals more strength. And then more muscle burns more fat. So it eventually, as we're going, they're kind of doing this undulating or periodization scheme, and then it would plateau a little bit. Like once you get to a certain point, you're going to kind of do this. Okay, now what are we going to change? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get stronger? And that's going to change the trajectory of the program.
Right on.